that be a RiderCam mug you've got there?
I must say, it's such a lovely mug to drink out of. You should get one.
I'm full of cold, that's why I'm wearing my RiderCamTV hoodie.
Very snazzy it is too.
You've got a RiderCam t-shirt.
RiderCam t-shirt on. Yeah.
Anyway.
Get yours.
Hiya.
Hello. Right.
Let's talk about stuff.
Yeah. Don't forget it's coming up to Christmas to buy your merchandise.
Yep. Christmas.
We have been sent, so disclaimer, we've been sent these. We haven't paid anything, but we have also haven't been asked to provide any sort of review other than our normal honest review.
There we go.
And we have been sent them by Monimoto.
I better open mine then, haven't I?
Monimoto. So Monimoto do trackers, don't they?
Oh. Trackers like you wouldn't believe.
Quite a special day, isn't it? So they've sent us a tracker each so that we can do a review, and we did a review on the old tracker, didn't we?
This is the old one.
And Mark's used his tracker. Mark's used his tracker on, or we've both used them on the bikes, but you've used it around the world because you've been away more, haven't you?
Been on 3 bikes now, that.
Yeah. How have you found it?
You've noticed there. Every 6 or 9 months, getting a little alarm come up when you're on the Monimoto app on your phone saying change your battery, and that's it.
Yeah. But then if you move it when the fob isn't in range, you've had phone calls from, was it Switzerland or Sweden or somewhere like that?
Sweden. Within, you know, when you walk away from your bike and you're going, oh no, you know, it's just, oh.
Yeah.
So there you go, and it's very, very quick. And they constantly phone you until you actually answer the phone, and then tells you that the bike has moved or something like that. But it's just me that's moved it generally.
So some people might say, well, what's the point of having one of these trackers, or like these new ones that they sent us, when their bike's already got like a data tool or a fixed tracker? But I don't think you can ever be too careful, because if you do have your bike stolen, we know that bikes are being stolen all around the world all the time. They will look for the ones that are fitted by the manufacturer, but these ones they might not know about. It's the second line of defence, really, isn't it? And they don't cost very much money either, do they?
Strangely enough, I once bought a bike and it was fitted with data tag, and the salesman said, oh, you don't want to put the sticker on it though, do you?
Why not?
Of course I want to put the sticker on it. I want matey to come along and go, well, he's got a data tag on his. We'll go next door and pick that one that hasn't. But, you know, I found that really odd.
It's like on tours, isn't it, where people say, why are you putting a disc lock on? So because you're not. They're like, why? And all this stuff about securing your bike, finding it when it's been stolen, is trying to put things in the way of people that are going to steal it, or things in the mind of them, either for them to take longer to steal your stuff, or to not steal it because the one
we know
next
they
to
use
you,
bolt croppers, we know they use angle grinders. Bizarrely enough, when you have your chain sat on the floor, all they do is come with a big sledgehammer, bash it, it snaps because it's brittle.
Yeah.
You know, so things like this, worth their weight in gold. And we do know that the Monimoto has worked, data tag works, we know obviously, but Monimoto works because times I've been called on my bike when I've moved it and not had the key fob near it and all that shit. But if you look on their Monimoto website, you can see their success stories. There's loads of them.
Yeah.
One guy I know actually commented when we did the initial review of this, that his bike was stolen in Liverpool, and he called the police, and the police were on their way. But in the meantime, he jumped in a taxi and followed his GPS on his phone, which had the tracker in the bike, and he got to the place where the bike had been stolen, phoned the police, and said, this is where I am, and they were...
Found it. We've been sent these. I've had a look, so the seal's been broken because it says do not accept if the seal is broken.
How did you get into the box? That was the thing, because I damaged the box getting into it.
Unbelievable. It does actually say, so the first thing that I've got to say, because Mark says, oh, you're a bit anal about this stuff, I'm a bit of a pervert when it comes to packaging, but look at the packaging. That's got to be, 5 inches tall?
We can't talk about size.
2 inches wide? No, but that shows you instantly...
There you go, I was going to do that.
Instantly that the tracker's going to be smaller, which is good. And when we spoke to Monimoto, they said it's a different shape so that you've got it, so it's easier to hide.
Yep.
So that's really good. But looking at the packaging, I think it's like really smart. Nice different colours, but you know, in this day and age, it's made of cardboard. It's not made, and that was how it came in a box, cardboard box, no plastic, no horrible stuff with it. Really good. But then I spied on the top. It says on here, on a circle, push here, which is why Mark wrecked his box. I expect.
I didn't read that.
So
Does it say that?
yeah, it says push here.
Oh, look at that.
Unbelievable. So it's on the box. This is the Monimoto 7. So this is the brand new anti-theft GPS tracker for your vehicle. Notice I say vehicle because although we're using it for bikes, and one of the biggest applications for it is motorbikes. If you've got a boat, a caravan, anything that moves or anything you want to track, I wouldn't suggest putting it in your partner's backpack or anything. That's a bit creepy, but because it doesn't need any power, because it's got batteries, you could put it on anything.
I hadn't even thought of something like in somebody's backpack.
Oh,
No, I'm thinking.
that's what Apple AirTags are like. You can put them anywhere. But really nice box, and on the box it calls your phone. It's LTE, so it's 4G, isn't it? Bluetooth. There's a proximity.
We're doing
fob in
technology there now. Aren't we?
Yeah. 2-year warranty, which is really good, and we know the warranty is really good. GPS, low maintenance, dust and water resistant. Now, the first time I read that, I thought it said dishwater resistant, but it's not. It's dust and water resistant because I'm getting old now. I need glasses.
Do you want more of these?
No thanks.
Okay.
Lithium AA 1.5 volt batteries, which are included. So many of these things aren't included, and there's an eSIM which is integrated in there. So we haven't looked at the process of connecting them or doing anything with it. So we thought we'd take you on the journey of unboxing it and then setting it up on both an Apple phone and an Android phone. We perhaps won't be able to show you how we go about setting it up on the screen because that involves screen recorders and stuff, and Mark's got this massive phone that he uses his sausage fingers for, so to record that might be a bit difficult.
I have a stick actually home. Tap it. It's easy.
I know, you Android people.
Can I just say that anybody who manufactures anything that wants to sell it to Toby, all they have to do is put it in a nice box. It can be any old crap.
Well, yeah, but it's really strange, isn't it? And people will go, oh, you took ages to actually open it. But the thing is, you meet somebody and you make an assumption in the first couple of split seconds of what they're like based on what they're wearing, how their face looks. It's exactly the same for a product. If they take the time in making that look smart, you think you're getting something really nice. Because this is what, 130, 150 pounds, something like that. And if you're spending that sort of money and you get a box with nothing on it, that they've taken no effort in making it look good, you're going to be a little bit let down, aren't you?
You will be.
Push the top button.
I'm actually blown away by that.
See,
Because I'm a lagoon.
You push it through, and inside, it's just a box. And inside there is a little slip of cardboard that says, to start, download the Monimoto app for Apple or Android. You really did wreck that, didn't you? Look at this pristine box. So you get that telling you what to do, which is great. So as soon as you get it, you know exactly what to do. And then inside you get the tracker. That is the tracker. It's really small, really thin. Against the old one, that's going to be easier to hide somewhere, because I think even though that was a really good tracker, the shape of it didn't lend itself to put it on some bikes, especially when you haven't really got that much space on a bike, especially under the seat and stuff, if that's where you wanted to do it. But this is really nice and thin. It reminds me of an old StarTAC phone or one of those flip phones you had years and years ago. Hello, Monimoto.
I never had that under my seat. I managed to find somewhere on my 1200 GSA where I could hide it, and the little clips came in handy.
It did clunk every time you rode along because it was in the tyre, wasn't
I
it?
thought that was something really good, actually.
Clunk, all my trackers working. Right, and then what else do you get in the box? So you get a little key fob. Well, actually, say a little key fob. What's the old key fob look like?
There is the old key fob.
So the old key fob felt a bit thin, little bit, I don't want to say cheap, but it didn't have that premium feel. Whereas this, it seems like it's not a sealed unit because there must be some battery in there, but it feels a substantial unit, doesn't it?
Yep.
much more substantial than the old one, like that. Then what else have we got in here, Mark?
You get these amazing, you don't need to take them out. Oh, you've done it.
I've done it. Yeah. Zip
Reusable
ties.
zip ties.
Yeah. And they're really quite good. So on the end of the zip tie, hopefully you could be able to see it, it has got a hole to push the thing through.
You couldn't get that out now.
But then it's got like a little handle that you press so you can pull it out again. So you can use them.
So when you, like I had to do, I secured it to my bike, I could, when the batteries run out, I just used to take it off and change the batteries. Now I'm going to take this apart, the old one, because you're going to notice something quite amazing. In fact, if I put
Wow, that's amazing.
What have I done?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, let's just take
I'm
this
going to
other
put this
bit
all
out
away over here.
before you do that, because there is a little black card which is obviously filling that in, but underneath here is the instructions. Now, lots of men openly say we don't read instructions, but it's always handy to read the instructions.
Anyway, here we go. Look, this is what the old Monimoto consisted of. Stuff and these batteries. Now, I've already had a look inside mine, so I'm really pleased because they've gone from these batteries down to little AA batteries, aren't they? Is that what he said it was?
Yeah.
AA batteries?
Yeah.
Okay. These are like old flash gun batteries out of a camera. Bit of a nightmare to find.
Yeah.
Because not many people use them anymore, and it took two, so they're a bit bulky. So now we've gone down to these other ones. I'll just put that over there because I think I've broken it. And,
He really hasn't. He just doesn't know how to put it back together again.
Because I'm an idiot.
Right. That's it.
There we are then.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Have you opened the back of yours already?
I have, yeah. That's why
Well,
I
let's
found
have a
out.
look then.
That's why I found out the batteries were different.
Oh, well, open it up then.
Oh, you're going to make me do it?
Yeah.
There you go. And I didn't break that, but look at that.
AA batteries. That's really good. They say it's IP68, isn't it? 65 water resistant because it's got a little waterproof seal around the compartment.
A little O seal, as they call them, but it's not.
Well, it's not. It's a square seal. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. So let's follow the instructions, shall we? So have you got the Monimoto app downloaded on your phone?
I have.
Have you?
I just can't get. I'll put that over there because I don't need.
Wow. Wow. We told you we're two idiots that don't know anything. So I have opened my Monimoto app and it says welcome.
Do you want me to open mine as well?
Yes. Does yours say welcome?
It does, yeah. That's what mine says.
So sign in with Google. We will authenticate your phone to you to be able to connect securely to your Monimoto is what it comes up first with.
Mine's already connected to one, you see, so I wonder
Yeah.
if I have to...
So I'm going to sign in with my phone and put my number in. And then verify. Because I wiped it all so that we could go through it as if somebody's not got it. So they've now sent me it was that quick, sent me a verification code of which I put in and press next. And now it's taken me in to say, Monimoto would like to use my Bluetooth.
Yeah, you probably have to use that then.
Yeah, because this is Bluetooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to, okay, that. Sharing is caring, it says. We thought it would be nice if we could give you something to share with your friend. With this code, your friend will get 10% off monimoto.com shop in return with each purchase, maximum of 5. You'll get 3 additional months of SIM subscription. So, look at that beautiful code on there.
There you go.
Feel free to use it.
Oh,
I shall screenshot that one. Right, and then I'm going to click yes, and it gives you a share link as well, which is great. But on the bottom of the video, we have got a link there that you can use. It's an affiliate link, so we will get a bit of a kickback from it, which only goes to help us with the channel and bring extra content, but it will cost you nothing extra. So use our link in the description, that's it.
you're talking about stuff on the website there, aren't you? I
No,
knew you
on
were.
the YouTube channel. Right, okay, so now it's brought me into the actual device. So now it's saying on our handy little sheet here, it says, number 1, download the app. Number 2, remove the battery tab. removing battery tab. Oh, that couldn't have been easier, could it? Because the app is exactly the same. What I really like about it is what you see on the Apple app, or the app from the Apple Store for iPhones, is exactly as you see the app for Android, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
So we've done that. Number 3, click next. Well, I just click next. So number 4, I don't quite get that. Do you get what that means? Battery unknown. So
I
what
would say
happens
that
now
is
then?
hide that somewhere on your bike.
Yeah, but surely I must have to pair it or something, shouldn't I? I'm wondering whether this is trying to connect to my other one as well, but I deleted it.
Okay, so I've gone on the questions and other things.
Right, okay, it's trying... So the mistake I'd made, so if you have got one, I went up into the 3 little hamburger menu at the top. I'm going to sneeze.
Oh my word!
Excuse me.
Hold your sneezes in. Why do you do that? You'll explode. Should always let you sneeze out. 200 miles an hour, that is. Straight out. Can't hold it in.
Right, okay, so I've hit the hamburger menu at the top, and that has then said, because it's trying to connect to the old one, add Monimoto. So add Monimoto, open, all that sort of stuff. We've gone, it's exactly the same as on here actually. And it actually has the old version MM5 and then the new version MM7. And on the instructions, it's got MM7 instructions, but it's also got a link to go to a video so that you know how to do it. So we've done all that. It says that, oh, that was a little, so I should have a little LED flashing. Remove the plastic strip, and there should be an LED in there flashing, but there's no LED flashing, is there? Right, let's go next anyway. Select the key fob you have. So it's given a description of the two. The one with the S is the old one. The one without the S is the new one. So I'm going to select that one. Plastic strip already removed. Remove.
That's what I said you need to get into that. How do you get into
Well,
that?
it says remove the plastic strip, so you would expect there to be a plastic
I will
strip on
return
it.
with some kind of an implement. We need something to get into the key fob, don't we?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Will that do?
Now I've got the green, so I had to remove the battery to put the battery back in, and I had a green light, although the green light's gone off.
I'll use this because I think that might be
Okay.
a little bit on the. Oh.
You're
I'll
going
give
to
it you,
break,
'cause I'll break
my
that.
fob.
You don't want to use that then? Okay.
Unbelievable.
I'll just put that over there. I love that knife.
Right, so that just comes apart, and there is nothing in there
Okay.
to remove. So hopefully that'll all go back in the same place. So that should be okay. So plastic strip already removed. Hit number 1 and next. Place the Monimoto and fob very close to each other. Scan. Oh, and next to the phone. Right, so I'm just checking on the bottom. It has found it. It's found the serial number, which obviously I'm not going to show you, but on the screen it shows you a picture of the fact that it's found it. Interestingly enough, for this one, it's using an image of the old tracker, which is a bit weird because they've taken so much effort to put the new tracker on there. So I'm going to click next because it's found it. I've checked the serial number is exactly the same.
No,
I'm
you
going to
haven't.
click next. I have.
Really?
Yeah, then it said name your Monimoto
Derek.
device. Actually, I'm going to call it Derek. Derek. And it's got my phone number in there that I've put in there. So obviously I'm not going to show you that. And it says choose a profile, motorcycle or car. Now, we've had a look through. I'm not sure what the difference is between motorcycle or car. It might be that the car has less sensors on there to stop it. It might be that it's less sensitive because a bike's quite harsh over bumps. So motorbike is selected, and then I'm going to click next at the bottom. So I've called it Derek, as you can see. Hopefully I've hidden my number. If not, I'll have to scroll it out. Hitting next, and then it says it's connecting. Key fob.
Oh, you got a little red light flashing there?
Configuring key fob. And the little red light in there was flashing, wasn't it? Oh,
that's because I moved it.
We have encountered some issues while configuring your Monimoto. You can solve this in the Home tab. Right, come on, Derek. Right, so it must have been you that had done that. But
It's always me, it's my fault.
It is saying that there's no key fob though. So I've hit it again. No paired key fobs. Check if at least one key is available near your Monimoto device and make sure it has a battery inside and press retry. So let's try that again. Failing that, we're going to have to take it apart again because it might be when I took it apart that I missed.
There might be just one of those little plastic covers on the battery, you know what I mean?
But you'd think that, because yours hasn't got a little plastic thing sticking out, has it?
No. But it doesn't matter. On those little disc batteries, they usually have a little cover on it, don't they?
It might have worked this time because it hasn't thrown an error and now it says it's checking the SIM card.
So this costs, in the UK, it costs you £32 a year to register with it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that covers the whole of Europe.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? The whole of Europe, like not just specific countries, which I think is pretty cool, actually.
Checking GSM network up to 2 minutes.
And it's a one-off payment. You buy the thing, and that's the end of it. You don't have to pay for anything else, and then you get your subscription every year. And they remind you on the app anyway. You get an email as well.
It's still checking GSM network up to 2 minutes, but on the thing itself, I don't want to pick it up. It's flashing between red and green quite quickly.
So these are CR 2450 batteries. For those that are interested, you'd be interested in some of that, wouldn't you?
God, they're quite big, aren't they?
Yeah, they're huge. But there's definitely no cover on it. But it does say it could take up to 2 minutes. So I remember when we set them up initially, they did take a couple of tries. Because, they probably still think they're in Latvia or wherever it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they actually ship them from, but they ship them all around the world. Their website is really, really nice, actually. It's really easy to navigate your way through. And it's still checking GSM network, so we'll come back to you when GSM network's been done. It's all connected now, and it says that it is ready. So that's what you need to see. And we had 3 boxes up the top, first off. Now, the issue that I was having that I couldn't get it to do the GSM thing, and the reason it took longer, is because I think you need to give it a fighting chance, really, and take it outside. But on the iPhone, I had it connected to your Wi-Fi. And when I removed the Wi-Fi connection, turned Wi-Fi off, and allowed it just to connect to that for a few minutes, within 10-20 seconds, it had found it. And then
Should I do the same then, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that it's there, it's all ready to use, and it's now up to you to put it on your bike somewhere. And you need to keep this one quite close when you're on your bike. So you put it on your keys.
Yep.
Hide that one on your bike. But what I did notice, I don't know whether you noticed it, is the box. Hopefully you'll be able to see it, but the box has got these grooves cut out on the side. Now there's no holes through them, but I presume that is so that you can put your...
That'll be exactly what it's for.
Zip clips or tie clips or whatever you want to call it, and it holds it in place so it won't slip about. So they've thought about an awful lot with this. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really quite a funky little unit. Yeah,
I must admit that this one was a bit of a faff for me.
Yeah.
Trying to locate it on my bike. I mean, the releasable zip ties or whatever you call them were okay. I like that idea though.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do...
What you're going to do?
Just going to leave my phone there. And my fob.
Right.
And
steal your bike.
Just mimic that somebody's stolen the bike. Now, last time we did this and we had to take it right at the end of it. But what I'm going to do is just take it and probably leave it outside or something like that and see how quickly we get a phone call, because you've got to be out of Bluetooth range, haven't you?
Yeah.
Bye!
No, he's gone. I'm going to talk about him. Hurry up. So I'm still waiting for mine to find itself. I switched the Wi-Fi off, and it's telling it's checking the GSM network up to 2 minutes. It says, and he's now talking to me through the window. He's like Marcel Marceau, for those of you who might know who he is. Put it on a passing car, Toby. There is a strange visual here which I can't show you, but he's actually walking up the lane that leads away from our house. He's about 60 metres away now, waving it around, and it's not gone off yet.
So this is only a couple of minutes later, again. But we've got Mark's connected, and he had to do the same thing. So turn off your Wi-Fi, so that it's not trying to connect to your home Wi-Fi, and then go outside and give it a fighting chance to see the sky and stuff, to look at satellites, I guess, get the GPS.
There we go.
And to get a good signal. And where we are at the moment hasn't got a great signal. However, while I was out there talking to Mark through the window, I have had a missed call from from a really strange number, +370 5208 1189, and I've also had a notification saying Derek is moving.
Really?
Yeah.
Derek's on the move.
So I had Derek is moving, and I also had a missed phone call. Interestingly enough, they haven't rung back. However, this fob is now back in range of the tracker. So I only went... How far would you say I went out to my bike from here?
Or 30 metres, something like that.
Now, I was waving it about and banging it on my leg just to mimic the fact that it was actually moving. And within a couple of minutes, we had those texts. I've had texts from them, verification code, obviously, because we needed that, and a welcome, which is really lovely. So, welcome, I am your Monimoto. Please save this number to the phone book. I will call when alarms occur. That's the message they sent.
Okay, so the number I've changed. Mine is now connected to my Monimoto. That's the old number.
Oh, which is completely different to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be because it's a Series 7, if you want. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
so it's a strange long number. It might look odd, but if you just set it up and you try it out and you get that number, answer it. I'm not sure what it says when it.
It doesn't say anything.
No?
No, typically it doesn't say anything. No, I've just got to add that. There's probably a way of doing that, isn't there?
Yeah, I'll show you that after we've done the video, because people don't need to see us trying to do that. However, other than the small teething problems, I think it would probably be great if they put in on the instructions. So that's all you get. I mean, there's massive instructions. But most of it is about the CE.
That's almost as long as a Senna. Quick guide.
Yeah, although this makes much more sense. Loads of CE stuff and quality control and stuff, loads of different languages in it. But the only information you've got is a QR code for an online manual, which is really good, so scan that with your camera. And how many is there? 6 images of what you need to do. I think what they could probably do is add something in there to say, turn off your Wi-Fi, so you're using the Bluetooth to your tracker and your fob. Because on both times we found that happened straight away.
Yep.
And it went through, checked the GSM, checked the GPS, checked the tracker, checked the fob, linked it all within probably about 30 seconds. It didn't take any more than a minute. Didn't take any more than a minute to do it all. So now it's just a case of finding somewhere to put the Monimoto on your bike, or you might be watching this and you might have a car or caravan or something, but put it on your bike. Obviously, that's not what we're going to show you now.
Here's where it's hidden on my bike.
However, just as a bit of a tip, to get anything to work on a GPS or cell phone or anything like that, these two things need to talk to each other to say, this is basically your key. So there's no buttons to press, there's no fobs to turn off and on. The reason that there's a fob and a tracker is that when they're in proximity of each other, the tracker knows that you're with it, i.e. you've got this. So if you ever go off and leave this and it gets too far apart, that's the premise of the technology, isn't it? Oh, very smart.
Fitted it.
Yeah.
Fitted it. Look, I could do that.
Very smart. So when that gets separated by a bit of proximity, give it a couple of minutes, you'll have phone calls and stuff because those two aren't close. So keep that one on your keys. But you can use that in a car, caravan, anything, providing you use that every time. And some people will say, well, I don't want that extra thing on there. Well, I have my bike keys in an extra pocket, and I have my data tag thing, and now I have this one on the same thing. It's a bit bulky. I'm not going to lie, that is quite bulky, considering that the data tool, data tool tracker fob is really small. It's quite a bit bigger, so to add two of them is going to put a bit of bulk on there. But I'd rather have a bit of bulk, knowing that I've actually got it on the key ring, than knowing my bike's disappeared.
Cool.
So,
happy with that. And the other thing about this is, as long as one of the questions on frequently asked questions was, can I lend this tracker out? Well, the answer is yes, you can, as long as the key fob and the tracker go with
you
it.
can, of course, lend them out. So if Mark didn't have one and he was going away in his massive camper van that he's got, have you got one still?
I sold it, mate,
Oh, okay.
2 years ago.
So if he was going away on that camper van,
Hang on.
oh, an international call. Answer it. What's it say?
It went, ooh-ah.
Is that what it says?
Yeah,
Now that is from Monimoto,
it is, because I've been moving it.
but that's really weird because it's not very far apart.
No, it's the initial call, I think.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
So that's really good. So they're on the ball. You could, of course, like you said, lend it to somebody, couldn't you?
Yeah.
The only problem with that is if you can lend the two units together to your friend, but it's tied to your mobile phone.
Yep.
So if they're away and it gets nicked and you've lent it to somebody and your phone's in another country or another location, you'll get the notification, they won't.
It's getting really complicated now. Don't lend it.
Yeah, don't lend it. Keep it to yourself, make sure your stuff's looked after. But what I do like is it's really simple to set up, it's really intuitive on the app, it's really quite a nice size.
I like
It's
it.
going to be easy to hide. The other thing that I wanted to say, of course, is if you've got metal panniers, don't put it in your metal pannier and expect it to work. Because do they call it a Faraday cage or something?
Something like that.
It's going to
I'm
stop
sure
the
somebody will
signals
make a
getting
comment
out.
about a Faraday cage, and now it's not that, but sounds great. Sounds like we know what we're talking about. Anyway,
Yeah.
there we go.
So, great little tracker. Thanks to Monimoto. Head down into the description below. I'll also put it on there on the video. There is a link. Click it. Go and get one. They're really inexpensive for the amount of money that you're protecting.
I think, obviously it would be different prices, but it's about 150 quid or something like that in the UK. Like I say, it's a one-off payment to buy that, and then every year it's 32 quid
Yeah.
to update your SIM.
And that doesn't matter where you go. I mean, they do have different versions for the US or Europe.
Yeah.
But-
This covers the whole of Europe,
Yeah.
but you can buy one that covers
We're not in
Europe
Europe
and America.
anymore, are we?
Yeah, we are. We're just on the edge of it. But we can travel.
We're on the edge of it. A spokesman was said to say. So without getting into the EU debate, really great product. Thanks to Monimoto for sending it over. Some great things to come with Monimoto actually in the channel, which is really good, and we'll let you in on the secret in the new year. But really great product. Happy to do a review. Hope you've enjoyed it. Give us a massive thumbs up. Tell us what we did wrong in the video.
Because we're rubbish.
Yeah.
We're going now.
I'm going to go very swiftly away from this live. See you in the next video.